Have you tried beating Ancient Egypt in Plants vs. Zombies 2 and ended up losing? Well, look no further. In this video, I will give you tips on how to complete the Ancient Egypt levels.
Before we continue, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. And also, click on that bell so you can get all notifications when the next video drops. Thanks. Let's get back to the video.
Hey there, I'm Alexander Gold. Welcome to Ancient Egypt. Are you ready? Well, let's get right into this. To beat level 1, you'll want to begin with a sunflower, a pea shooter, a walnut, and a potato mine. Start by planting the sunflowers in the column closest to the lawnmowers. That's the first column. Place the pea shooters next to them. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. Be prepared. I use plant food to finish off the raw zombie. To beat level 2, simply listen to Crazy Dave. The power-ups are located on the bottom right. My favorite one is the lightning power-up. Use it over and over and over again. You don't really need to plant anything. For level 3, you need to pick a sunflower, a cabbage pult, a pea shooter, and a potato mine. Start with a column of sunflowers. Place the cabbage pult in the third column. Place pea shooters in the second column. This group of zombies are called camel zombies. They use stone panels, giving them extra protection. For level 4, plants come to you on a conveyor belt. This is a bloomerang. Place them on the back. Place the walnuts towards the front. Just keep in mind that zombies that come through a sandstorm will pass through the walnuts. For level 5, like previous levels, place sunflowers in the back. Place cabbage pult in the second column. Pea shooters go in the third column. This is an explorer zombie. The torch he carries can burn plants. Keep that in mind. Watch out for level 6. In this level, your goal is to survive a massive attack. Again, there's a conveyor belt. Place the walnuts on the front and other plants in the back. I place cabbage pult in the first column and bloomerangs in the second. This is iceberg lettuce. It freezes a zombie for a certain amount of time. Potato mines are these. They explode on contact. I alternated between cabbage pults and bloomerangs each column. And lastly, the gargantuar zombie. Place as many plants and icebergs to kill off the big guy as quickly as possible. For level 7, grab a sunflower, pea shooter, cabbage pult, and a bloomerang. Again, place sunflowers in the first column. Place cabbage pults in the second. The bloomerangs go in the third. I place more cabbage pults in the fourth column and finish with some bloomerangs. For level 8, you are given an iceberg lettuce, but take with you a sunflower, pea shooter, and a cabbage pult as well. Place sunflowers as usual in the first column and cabbage pults in the second. This is a tomb raiser zombie. Occasionally, he'll spit out bones and throw them on slots, which turn into gravestones that block the area. The cabbage pults are able to launch over the gravestones. For level 9, bring along a sunflower, a cabbage pult, pea shooter, and a bloomerang. Place the sunflowers on the first column, cabbage pult in the second column, pea shooters in the third. Simple as that. For level 10, grab yourself a sunflower, a pea shooter, a cabbage pult, and a bloomerang. Follow the same simple order. Sunflowers in the first column, cabbage pults in the second, pea shooters in the third, and bloomerangs in the fourth. For level 11, your job is to survive using the plants given to you. Begin as usual with sunflowers in the first column. We'll put pea shooters in the second column. Bloomerangs go in the third column. And some pea shooters to finish off the zombies. For level 12, grab yourself a sunflower, pea shooter, cabbage pult, bloomerangs, and iceberg lettuce. Same as usual. Place the sunflowers in the first column, cabbage pults in the second. This is a pharaoh zombie. It has a tough exterior, making it hard to defeat. Use the iceberg lettuce to freeze it. Plant pea shooters in the third column and bloomerangs in the fourth column. For level 13, the job is to survive without planting on Dave's mold colonies. To succeed, grab yourself sunflowers, pea shooters, bloomerangs, and cabbage pults. Place sunflowers in the column next to the mold colonies. Cabbage pults go next, then pea shooters. After that, plant bloomerangs. For level 14, choose a sunflower, a pea shooter, a cabbage pult, and a bloomerang. The first column gets the sunflower. Second column gets the cabbage pults. In the third column, plant pea shooters. And lastly, plant bloomerangs. For level 15, your job is to protect the sunflowers highlighted here. Bloomerangs are required in this level. Bring some extra sunflowers as well as cabbage pults, walnuts, and iceberg lettuce. In this level, we'll do something different. Place 2 sunflowers right here. Plant the cabbage pults in the second column. Fill the voids in the first column with bloomerangs, as well as on the third column. To protect the sunflowers in the third column, plant walnuts next to each. Fill the voids with pea shooters. For level 16, we're going to do something a little different. Grab the sunflowers, cabbage pults, pea shooters, bok choys, which I'll explain what they do later, and iceberg lettuce. Start as usual with planting sunflowers on the first column. Place cabbage pults on the second. Put pea shooters on the third column. Use iceberg lettuce as needed. This is a bok choy. It defeats zombies by rapidly punching them. Plant a whole column of them. For level 17, your goal is to not have more than 14 plants at a time. Here's how to go about it. You will use sunflowers, cabbage pults, and pea shooters. As usual, plant 5 sunflowers in the first column. Use cabbage pults in the second column, 5 of them. Plant only 3 pea shooters. The position doesn't matter, but I planted them here. The remaining plants can be used for iceberg lettuce. To survive, take advantage of plant food. I use them on the cabbage pults. Level 18 is a special level called Last Stand. In this level, you must plan your defense to defeat the zombies. Since you can't use sunflowers, here's how to do it. Grab cabbage pults, pea shooters, bonk toys, and bloomerangs. Before the zombies come, you are given 2,200 sun. Use that to plant the first column of cabbages. Plant the second column with pea shooters. The third column gets bonk toys, minor gravestones, and the fourth column will get bloomerangs. Now, sit back and watch the show. Use plant food as needed. For level 19, like in level 13, your job is to survive without planting on Dave's mole colonies. Grab sunflowers, cabbage pults, pea shooters, and iceberg lettuce. On the third column, plant sunflowers. On the next column, plant cabbage pults. After that, plant pea shooters. Use iceberg lettuce as needed. For level 20, like level 15, your job is to protect the sunflowers. Grab cabbage pults, sunflowers, pea shooters, bonk toys, walnuts, and or iceberg lettuce. Plant 1 sunflower in the first column right here. Fill the other slots with cabbage pults. In the second column, plant a cabbage pult in the middle. Fill the rest of those slots with pea shooters. Meanwhile, protect the sunflowers with walnuts. Fill in the other areas with bonk toys. For level 21, you are given 3 plants to work with. A twin sunflower, kernel pults, and melon pults. We won't be using the twin sunflowers, so grab a sunflower and a bonk toy. Plant sunflowers in the first column. Cabbage pults go in the second column. We'll place kernel pults in the third column. Kernel pults, by the way, hurl kernels and butter that freeze zombies temporarily, quote unquote. Plant bonk toys in the fourth column. Use plant food as needed. For level 22, there are 2 challenges for you. Survive without planting on Dave's mole colonies, and to never have more than 18 plants. Grab yourself sunflowers, cabbage pults, pea shooters, bonk toy, and iceberg lettuce. On the second column, plant sunflowers. On the next column, put cabbage pults. Place bonk toys after. Use iceberg lettuce as needed, as well as plant food. For level 23, there's our Gargantuar zombie. Grab yourself sunflowers, cabbage pults, pea shooters, bloomerangs, and iceberg lettuce. Plant sunflowers in the first column. Plant cabbage pults in the second column. Use iceberg lettuce as needed. Pea shooters go third. Use bloomerangs on bonk toy as needed. Here comes the Gargantuar. Use as much iceberg as possible. For level 24, just like level 18, this is a Last Stand level. Plan your defense this way to defeat the zombies. You are given an iceberg lettuce. Bring cabbage pults, pea shooters, bonk toys, and walnuts as well, since you can't bring sunflowers. You are given 2,450 sun. In the first column, plant cabbage pults. The second column is for pea shooters. Plant bonk toys on the third column, and in the fourth column, plant walnuts. Use iceberg lettuce and plant food as needed. Finally, level 25, the boss level. This thingamajig right here is called the Zombot Sphinxinator. There's a conveyor belt full of plants. Use it to your advantage. I really wouldn't say there's a specific spot to place the plants. Just plant them, quick! Watch out for the rockets. Oh, and occasionally, the Zombot will rush the plants. Replace the plants as quickly as possible. Oh, and use plant food. Well, there you go. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Be sure to stay tuned for the next World Powered Seas. But we need to finish Ancient Egypt first. I hope you liked the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any comments, questions, criticisms, or suggestions. Thanks for watching. Peace out.